Hey there, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel, Dominating Denmark. So if you've been around, you're subscribed, don't worry, From Backpack to Boss is not going anywhere. That Journeyman series is going to keep going on. What I'm trying to do with the channel is add some additional content. Right now, From Backpack to Boss is going every other day typically, or generally speaking, depending on when it falls on the weekend, right? So generally speaking, I got every other day a video of that series coming out. I'm trying to slot in some content in between those to continue to grow the channel. At the time of this video, we're up to like 75 subscribers. Things are going up and growing. We're just getting started on this YouTube stuff. So this is where we're going to be going. So I was looking around for a club with an interesting story, and I landed on Boldklubben Frem. Okay, so that's in Denmark. So let's take a look at them. Today what we're going to do, we're going to look at the club, we're going to look at the finances, not so good, my friends, and look at the team. We need some depth, okay? So come along with me as we take a look here. So here's their story. Lots of ups and downs, you might note. If you look at the history overview, like they've won the Danish league like 6 times. I believe that's what that trophy is, but it's not been since like the 1940s since that happened. They won the Danish Cup a couple times. Like they've done some stuff, but it's been a minute. And up until 1993, they played all but like 6 seasons in the top league, the Superliga, right in Denmark, and then they went bankrupt. And then they kind of clawed their way back here, and then they got relegated. And then here in 2009, 2010, they went bankrupt again, and they got pushed all the way down into, I don't even know what that is, the Denmark Syrian. So the leagues in Denmark, quite interesting. So that's why I like doing this series, because I'm learning as we go here. So you've got these groups. So you've got 3 groups that the club's playing, and then they play something like 14 games, and then the top 4 go to the promotion stage, bottom 4 go to the relegation stage. So it's like they're like mixing and matching as you go along, which I think kind of makes it interesting. And then obviously then you get promoted to the first division, and then hopefully we'll make our way up to the Superliga. That's the top. Yep, that's the top. Yep, we're learning. I'm a pro. So we're down here in the season group 1, autumn season group 1. Season hasn't kicked off. I looked up on Wikipedia. They've had 8 coaches, I think not even taking caretaker managers into consideration, in the last 10 years. Not so good. So here we come. We're stepping in. Let's make something of this club. All right. So this is what I'm talking about when like I was looking at interesting clubs. I knew I wanted to go to Denmark. Never been there personally, but I thought it's kind of a cool place. And I like to learn through my series. So in the From Backpack to Boss, I've learned some really cool stuff about Stirling, Scotland, Honice, Poland, and also Kaiserslautern, Germany. It's kind of interesting. I like to look at like the background of the areas and all that kind of stuff. So I picked the club based on their really interesting story, because I thought if we could turn this around, right, like that would be really triumphant. We would dominate Denmark, move all the way to the top league, win some trophies, get into Europe, do the Champions League thing. We're going to do it all. That would be really cool. And then we look here. So as you can see, it's less than ideal. We're 280,000 pounds in the hole. But we've done this before with Honice. We clawed out of a 460,000 pound hole. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go check out the other series. Just saying, From Backpack to Boss, check it out. We're able to claw our way out there. What's interesting is like they just don't have a good setup here, right? So we've only got about 400 pounds in the budget. And sorry, if you're from Denmark and you're watching this and you're like, why aren't you using the Danish kroner? This helps me understand like how much stuff should cost. I'm already, because I'm not even from England. I'm from America. Yeah, I know that's shocking based on the accent. Yeah. So this helps me kind of like, I play the game in one currency, so I know what's going on in terms of the cost, okay? So 280,000 pounds in the hole. We've got a little bit of wiggle room in the budget, but not much, okay? Right. So if you look at the income, last season, I don't know what's going on. I guess maybe this is such a low level that they don't. Okay, fair enough. We don't know what the income was. We're going to start off in the hole. Seems good. The board is paying me $275 a week, so that's $190 per week after tax. So I'm probably going to have another job that I'm going to have to find in Copenhagen, which is where Frem is from. Frem is from. Anyway, so let's look at the squad here. So I've come up with a tactic because, okay, let's just count 11, 12, 13, 14, there's 7 there. So that's 18 players. So we got a first team. Okay, our B team. We don't even have a full B team. We got regions on our B team. And then we have 2 youth players. I'm laughing and crying at the same time. That is incredible. So go back to the squad, you'll notice like we have 400 pounds per week in the budget. So unless we're signing someone down here, like we can essentially get like 2 players, maybe 2 of these level players, or 1. And we need players. We'll go through these individually here in a second, but let's take a look at the team report and the depth chart. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so we have strikers and attacking, midfielders. That's cool. We got some winger options, and then we got nothing. We got nothing at the back. We don't have enough depth at the back. That makes me really nervous from a defensive standpoint. So let's take a look at some of the current high ability folks we got on the squad. Emil Dyer is a first teamer for us, 4.5 star current ability, 4.5 star potential ability, 170 a week. He's our right winger. Good dribbling, pretty good crossing for this level. Acceleration, I mean, he's got good physicals there. For being 32, not bad. We've got him on contract for another year. So we'll see how that goes with Emil. We got Christian Stockholm, and I apologize if I mispronounce this stuff. If you're from Denmark, please help me out in the comments and let me know. Okay, cool. Christian is a center back, 6'3". Again, pretty good physicals. A little slow from the acceleration standpoint. Doesn't have good stamina, but a decent, for this level kind of back guy. But I do want to show you these folks are all pretty about the same, right? So we have, who do we have here? We got a 33-year-old Danny Anderson. There you go, Danny, playing defensive forward. You can also play a little bit of poacher. Yeah, you can do that. 2-star. Excellent stuff. But let me show you our goalkeeper. You're not going to believe this guy. I want you to right now to think about how tall do you think the tallest goalkeeper you can imagine is? I'll wait. Go ahead in the comments. I want to know. What's the tallest goalkeeper you've ever seen? Okay. Yep. How much does that goalkeeper weigh, you think? Wait for it. 6'11", 238 pounds. His acceleration's a 4. His pace is a 5. It takes a while to get 238 pounds of man moving. I'm just saying. That is incredible. Aerial reach is a 20. Well, he's 6'11". You just gonna stand there. 3-star current ability. I love this guy. I love him because he's 6'11", and I love him because we're paying him £15 a week. He got 19 appearances last year. That is incredible. He's 6'11". He's a giant. Simon Block Jorgensen is a giant man. Fantastic. So that's what's going on there. Let's take a look at the schedule. We have proposed the Money League with some, smaller teams. They're bigger to us, smaller in the rest of the world. If you don't know what to do with my teams, especially when we're digging out of a hole, I want to get us to where we are generating some sort of revenue and profit off of leagues, especially during preseason or during winter break, stuff like that. So this said it was going to cost us £45 and make us £55, which like, oh gosh, is that even worth it? Like £10,000 when you're 280 in the hole, kind of a big deal. So we are definitely going to do that. I'm not going to change any of the friendlies. They're all away, which I think is kind of strange personally. But then we hop right into it with a league game and a cup game. So when we come back in the next episode, we are going to come back for these 2 games. That's how we're going to roll this stuff. If you're excited about the new series, if you're new around here, smash a like on there. Your likes mean so much to the channel. It helps YouTube say like, hey man, that guy makes good content, eh? And then people come, right? So if you're new, do that. Subscribe, obviously, if you're new. I'm really glad to be here with Boldklubben Frem. I'm going to get it down. I'm going to work on my pronunciation. I really try and do a good job with that. You can check out the other series to kind of take note of that, hopefully. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you in the next episode.